Hi, I'm Eric D'Amato. Welcome back to Let's Play Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on the PC. This will be the last episode. Though I do have something I wish to address. We're about to get the last wizard card. I did buy the other wizard card off camera, that Quan Cho gentleman.
Polyglot.
Problem. Major problem. I can't cast Punchify on this for some reason. Do my spells work? I'm legitimately worried about that now.
Tuna Major.
Okay, yeah, my spells still work. If you've done all the mini games, all the Cornish Pixies and the Buckbeak and the book and shit, all that shit, you've done all that, and you do the final exam, and you can't leave a final exam once you start. You have to do all 3 final exams. And if you've done all the mini games, you will get booted right the fuck to the credits, to the end cutscene, to the credits, and you'll be done. And you have you don't have any leeway of exploring a bit and fecking around. No, it forces you out. So I have had to replay. I went a little too far. I cut out the last video, which is why the last video ends kind of abruptly. This game. I've had to replay this entire fucking game up to this point, and I gotta say, so many of the cutscenes are unskippable, and that is just to artificially inflate the length of this insultingly short game. Anyway, we can get the last wizard card now. It's clearly us. Brings us to the bonus card room.
Spongify. Depulso.
Seems to have no time limit.
Spongify.
2.
Spongify.
3. Yeah, Golden Cakes and Pumpkin Passage, but we've already bought everything! Ah, fuck. Oh, there's a wizard card. One more.
Spongify.
Ooh.
Spongify.
I mean, yeah, collect all you want, but none of it freaking matters. We already have everything we can buy and need money for.
Spongify.
Maybe it's just some arbitrary, meaningless high score. Maybe, I don't know if you want bragging rights for Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on the frickin' PC. Which really, if you're not Let's Playing, you have no reason to actually play. And wizard cards, yeah, that's every card! Yay! Can we go now?
Spongify.
Oh, there's a door, we can leave. That's all the cards! Now before we go to our exams, it's reading time. And not from me, from good old Stephen Fry, the legend himself. First, wizards.
Fulbert the Fearful, 1014 to 1097. Famous for being so cowardly he never ventured out of his house. Died when a defensive charm backfired and the roof fell in.
Fun fact, none of the cards on this page are new, but they all have new art except for Ethelred here.
Ethelred the Ever-Ready. Medieval, dates unknown. Famous for taking offense at nothing and cursing innocent bystanders. Died in jail. Crispin Cronk, 1795 to 1872. Sent to Azkaban for continuing to keep sphinxes in his back garden despite repeated warnings.
I like this new design.
Edgar Struge, 1703 to 1798. Inventor of the sneaker scope. Oswald Beamish, 1850 to 1932. Pioneer of goblin rights.
I kind of prefer the old one. There are actually goblins in this picture demonstrating what the hell he is.
Narwhal Twonk, 1888 to 1957. Died saving a Muggle child from a runaway manticore. Posthumously awarded the Order of Merlin, First Class.
I don't know. I miss the backgrounds. I really do.
Grogan Stump, 1770 to 1884. Popular Minister for Magic, appointed 1811. Clanmore Peaks, 1677 to 1761. Famous slayer of the sea serpent of Cromer.
I like the harpoon instead of the sword. It gives him a nice kind of Captain Ahab vibe.
Wilfred Elphick, 1112 to 1199. First wizard to be gored by an African erumpent.
Bullshit. That is bullshit. That picture is bullshit. That implies survival. You do not survive an erumpent because it stabs you with its horn and you explode. You explode.
Professor Amando Dick.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
Former headmaster of Hogwarts, circa 1940.
This was the headmaster when Dumbledore was Transfiguration's teacher.
Mungo Bonham, 1560 to 1659.
I like the older
Famous
picture.
wizard healer. Founded St. Mungo's Hospital for Magical Maladies and Injuries. Zhu Yen, 4th century BC. Chinese alchemist.
Nothing else? Alright.
Falco Isolon, ancient Greek. The first recorded example of an animagus, he could transform
animagus.
himself into a falcon.
Sorry. Okay, Falco. Alright.
Thaddeus Thurkel,
Yeah, you're back.
1632 to 1692. Famous for producing 7 squibbed sons and turning them all into hedgehogs in disgust. Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
You're not going to list the many accomplishments you've had up to this point? So, but yeah, new picture, old picture, all the others are new. New picture, old picture, all the others are new. And old picture, all the others are new. Next, witches.
Beatrix Bloxham, 1794 to 1810. Author of The Toadstool Tales, a series of children's books since banned because they have been found to cause nausea and vomiting. Dymphna Firmage, 1612 to 1698. Famously abducted by pixies while on holiday in Cornwall and lived in mortal dread of them thereafter. Failed to persuade the Ministry of Magic to have all pixies humanely destroyed. Honoria Nutcombe, 1665 to 1743. Founded the Society for the Reformation of Hags.
Think that's an old picture? I'm not entirely sure.
Gwendolen the Weird. Medieval. Dates unknown. Alleged to have enjoyed being burnt at the stake so much that she allowed herself to be captured 47 times in various disguises.
I don't know, she looks kind of cute. I have a thing for redheads.
Jocunda Sykes, 1915 to the present. Famous for flying across the Atlantic on a broomstick, the first person to do so.
None of these are new.
Carlotta Pinkstone, 1922 to the present. Famous campaigner for lifting the International Confederation of Wizards' Statute of Secrecy and telling Muggles that wizards still exist. Ms. Pinkstone has been imprisoned several times for her blatant and deliberate use of magic in public places. Dorcas Wellbeloved, 1812 to 1904. Founder of the Society for Distressed Witches. Elfrida Clag, 1612 to 1687. Chieftainess of Warlock's Council.
She looked much cooler in the last game.
Sasharissa Tugwood, 1874 to 1966. pioneer of beautifying potions, discovered pimple-curing properties of bubotuber pus. Ignatia Wildsmith, 1227 to 1320, the witch who invented flue powder.
And the only reused picture on this page.
Hesper Starkey, 1881 to 1973, witch who studied the use of phases of the moon in potion making.
Oh, there are two reused on this page, because it's her and then there's
Cleodne,
her.
medieval, dates unknown, Irish druidess who discovered properties of moon dew. Mirabella Plunkett, 1839 to unknown date, famous for falling in love with a merman in Loch Lomond while on holiday. When her parents forbade her to marry him, she transfigured herself into a haddock and was never seen again. Morgan Le Fay, medieval, dates unknown, King Arthur's half-sister, dark sorceress, enemy of Merlin.
Kind of like this new design.
Gunhilda of Gorsmore, 1556 to 1639, one-eyed, humpbacked witch famous for developing a cure for dragonpox.
Now, out of all of these, of the witches and wizards, only
Professor Amando Dippet.
only Amando Dippet and Falco are new. Quidditch cards, none. Again, one reused picture.
Jocelyn Wadcock, 1911 to the present. Chaser for Puddlemere United Quidditch team. Record for highest number of goals during British season this century against Ballycastle Bats, 1931. Gwennog Jones, 1968 to the present. Captain and beater of only all-female national Quidditch team, the Holyhead Harpies. Cyprian Udall, 1312 to 1357. Only Quidditch referee ever to be killed during a match. The originator of the curse was never caught, but believed to have been a member of the crowd. Roderick Plumpton, 1889 to 1987. Seeker for England Quidditch team. Holds British record for fastest capture of snitch during game, 3.5 seconds.
Now that sucks. That's terrible. It's why Seekers shouldn't. Or just the idea of Seekers ruins the entire idea of Quidditch. Is you can pay good money for a Quidditch, a lot of galleons to go see that Quidditch game, and then the Seeker catches the snitch in 3 seconds, and you're done. That's your lot. It's bullshit and a ripoff.
Bowman Wright, 1492 to 1560. Famous for developing the golden snitch.
They used to actually use a live bird before that. Vampire time.
Sir Herbert Varney,
These are all
1858
obviously.
to 1889. Short-lived, by undead standards, Victorian vampire who preyed upon women in London during the 1880s, was subsequently captured and killed by a special squad from the Department for the Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures.
It looks like they're implying he was also Jack the Ripper. Interesting twist.
Amarillo Lestote, 1776 to 1977. Flamboyant American vampire, author of A Vampire's Monologue, intended to bore the reader into a stupor, making him or her easier prey for vampires.
Ooh, fucking shots fired at Anne Rice there. Oh, wow. Ha! Shots fucking fired at Interview with the Vampire. Ooh.
Lady Carmilla Sanguina, 1561 to 1757. Bathed in the blood of her victims to retain her youthful beauty.
Basically Elizabeth Bathory.
Blodwyn Blood, 1923 to unknown. Known as the Vampire from the Valleys. Famous for singing to his victims in a sonorous bass baritone before biting their necks.
So he could still be out there.
Count Vlad Dracul,
Ooh, the big man.
1392 unknown. notorious vampire who inspired the fictional Count Dracula created by Bram Stoker, father of Vlad the Impaler.
These two can still be out there. That's kind of scary. Goblins! Also all new.
Eogit the Ugly, goblin representative at 14th century summit of Wizards' Council. Olguff the Awful, foul-smelling goblin nuisance, well known throughout the goblin world for trying to sell phials of his sweat to a dung bomb manufacturer.
Yeah.
Ugg the Unreliable, notorious goblin confidence trickster, organized the infamous Demiguise Derby and absconded with the takings.
Of course he did.
Urg the Unclean,
I like the sword.
rebel leader in the 18th century goblin rebellions. Gringot, founder of Gringot's Wizard Bank.
That's what it looked like, allegedly. Next, hags.
Baba Yaga, medieval, dates unknown. Russian hag who dwelled in a hut that stood on giant chicken legs, ate children for breakfast, and presumably for lunch and tea.
Yeah, this is Baba Yaga is actually a Russian is part of Russian folklore. She really did live in a house that walked on chicken legs and rode around in a hopping cauldron. Fairy tales are fucking weird.
Malodora Grim, medieval, dates unknown. Using a beautification potion to conceal her true hag form, she married a king and used a charmed mirror to reinforce her self-image, became jealous of the most beautiful girl in the land, and fed her a poisoned apple.
Obviously, this is the stepmother from Snow White, and this is also a reference to Grimm's Fairy Tales, with the name Malodora Grimm.
Laetitia Somnolens, medieval, dates unknown. This spiteful hag was jealous of the king's daughter and caused her to prick her finger on a spindle tainted with a draught of the living death. A young wizard who had smeared his lips with Wiggenweld potion kissed the princess and brought her out of her trance.
Obviously, Sleeping Beauty. Original, not Disney.
Old Mother Hubbard, medieval, dates unknown. Lured stray animals into her home and starved them to death.
No apparent reason. She's just a bitch.
Cordelia Misericordia, 1298 to 1401. Hag representative at 14th century summit of Wizards' Council.
I like the hag cards. They're purple, and I like purple. Giants.
Bran the Bloodthirsty, medieval, dates unknown. Lived in a castle on top of an enchanted beanstalk. Apparently fond of eating bread made with ground bones and washed down with the blood of an Englishman. Was slain by a boy named Jack.
Jack and the Beanstalk, obviously.
Cyclops, ancient Greece, dates unknown. A one-eyed giant who lived in a cave at the foot of Mount Etna. With the help of several sheep, was slain by the Greek hero Odysseus.
Okay, technically that was Polyphemus. That specific Cyclops. There are actually like interesting number of Cyclopses, because they're technically only 3 Cyclops, but they were the son. They were the weaponsmiths for the gods, and they were the sons of I think of Chiron, or Kronos, or possibly of Uranus and Gaia. But yeah, but there are also others which are Poseidon's kids around, because there's Polyphemus and there are a bunch of other ones, and yeah, it's a type of giant, not just one giant, is the point I'm trying to make with my mythology nerd. I'll shut up now.
Goliath, biblical, dates unknown. Mercenary giant used by the Philistines in their war with the Israelites. Was slain by a young boy with a slingshot.
David and Goliath, and technically it wasn't a slingshot, it was a sling, which is different, but whatever.
Morholt.
Cool.
Ancient Celtic, dates unknown. Gigantic brother of the King of Ireland. Wounded Tristan, the Celtic hero, with a poisoned sword when the latter tried to kill him.
I want to look into this story because this sounds interesting.
Hengist of Upper Barnton. 15th century giant killed by the famous giant slayer Gifford Ollerton.
That's the wizard, the bloke on the wizard cards with the battle axe in the last two games. Who's not in this, disappointingly. Dragons.
Common Welsh green dragon. The breed is amongst the least troublesome of dragons and actively avoids humans unless provoked. Fire is issued in thin jets. Hebridean black dragon.
Looks cool.
Britain's other native dragon is more aggressive than its Welsh counterpart and feeds mostly on deer, though it has been known to carry off large dogs. Hungarian horntail
Oh god,
dragon.
we're fighting that next game.
Supposedly the most dangerous of all dragon breeds, the Hungarian horntail can breathe fire up to 50 feet.
Fuck me.
Romanian longhorn dragon. The horns of this breed of dragon are highly valued as potion ingredients, and as a result, its numbers have fallen in recent years. Norwegian ridgeback dragon.
Norbert!
The ridgeback is nowadays one of the rarer dragon breeds and has been known to attack most kinds of large land mammal.
Okay, beasts.
Imp. Found only in Britain and Ireland, the imp has a slapstick sense of humour and will amuse itself by pushing and tripping the unwary.
Yeah, it's funny, because we fought a lot this game, and they are in no way funny.
Doxy. Sometimes mistaken for a fairy. Nests in bushes and, if approached, will attempt to bite with its double rows of sharp, venomous teeth.
Killed a bunch of those in the first game.
Bowtruckle. A tree guardian, adept at dodging most kinds of charms. May attempt to gouge out your eyes if you approach its tree home in a threatening manner.
Killed a bunch of those last game, and they are not good at dodging Defindo, I can tell you that.
Billywig. Has a long, thin sting that causes giddiness followed by levitation. Dried billywig stings are used in a variety of potions. Gnome. A common garden pest, the gnome lurks in holes in the ground and may run out and attempt to trip up the unwary traveller. Can be ejected from the garden by swinging it in circles and flinging it over the garden wall.
A common nuisance in the last few games.
Giant squid.
That's a boring name.
The bane of ancient mariners and students at Hogwarts, should the latter decide to go for a dip in the lake. Manticore.
Ooh.
A rare, dangerous beast, the manticore has been known to sing softly as it eats its prey. Its sting will kill instantaneously. Unicorn.
Yay!
The unicorn is a shy creature and generally avoids human contact. It is more likely to let a witch come near it than a wizard, and casting magic spells may frighten it off. Its blood has highly magical properties.
But highly evil properties, too. If you consume it, you're fucked.
Mountain troll.
Ugh, this fucker.
Frequents mountainous regions.
Really?
Very powerful, but stupid. The troll will attempt to bludgeon anyone who comes near it.
Yeah, we had fun with one of those in the first game.
Streeler. A large orange snail with a poisonous shell that should only be handled when wearing protective gloves.
Yeah, we had some fun with those in the last two games, too.
Giant purple
Well,
toad.
it's self-explanatory.
Likes dead flies and other insects. Has a long green tongue. Double-ended
The
newt.
fuck?
Can be purchased from the magical menagerie in Diagon Alley. Swims around a lot and likes algae.
I don't even want to know what the fuck that thing is, or why it is. If it's natural, or if it was made by some twisted-ass wizard.
Gytrash. Large, dog-like spirit that can be encountered in the Forbidden Forest, either singly or in groups.
Apparently, they're in the Chamber of Secrets PS2 game.
Kelpie lurks in rivers and streams and will kneel in invitation for anyone to ride it across. If this is attempted, the Kelpie will drag the rider underwater and attempt to eat them.
Charming.
Phoenix.
Fox.
A gentle creature. The phoenix lives to an immense age because it can regenerate each time it bursts into flames. Phoenix song is magical, and its tears have healing properties.
One saved her ass in the Chamber of Secrets. Then, of course, bonus cards.
Godric Gryffindor. Medieval. Dates unknown.
New art, too.
Co-founder of Hogwarts. Gave his name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses.
Actually has the sword in this picture.
Rowena Ravenclaw.
Nice.
Medieval.
Looks better.
Dates unknown. Co-founder of Hogwarts. Gave her name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses.
Now, I prefer the old picture of Godric Gryffindor, but I like the sword.
Rowena
Definitely
Ravenclaw.
like the new picture
Medieval.
of Rowena Ravenclaw.
Dates Helga Hufflepuff.
That's just the same thing.
Medieval. Dates unknown. Co-founder of Hogwarts. Gave her name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses. Salazar Slytherin.
Prefer the old one a lot.
Medieval. Dates unknown. Co-founder of Hogwarts. Gave his name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses. Dumbledore. Headmaster of Hogwarts.
Okay, this is new art because it's new Dumbledore in the third one. Prefer the old card because, frankly, Richard Harris was just a better Dumbledore and looked like a better Dumbledore. And that's the cards. Let's take our final exams. How long have we been going? Oof. Lot of audio behind the cards, but hey, I found all the cards, so I had to show off all the cards. This is how it goes. Is that Drake? It's a fucking Walmart knockoff Draco. Anyway, let's do our thing. We gotta do Charms class, and we gotta do... Oh shit, we gotta do Defense Against Dark Arts first. This floor is pointless. Get out of my way, Ron. Ah, shit, that's Transfiguration. Gotta take the Carpe Retractum final exam. Sure, I'll do fine. I'm Harry Potter. Oh no, we're not Harry Potter, though. We're some useless git called Ron Weasley.
Well, here we are. Ready to take that final exam, Ron?
Do I look a bit feverish to you?
Get the feck
Good
in
try,
there.
Ron. Harry and I will meet up with you outside in the courtyard after our exams.
Bye. Nice knowing you.
That's a lie.
Ah, there you are, Ron. Ready to start your final exam?
Well, actually...
Right then, here we go. I must warn you, Ron. This exam is fairly difficult. And also a bit dangerous.
Dangerous?
To earn a perfect score, you must collect all 5 challenge shields. Go to it, Ron. Good luck.
Alright.
Carpe Retracting. Carpe Retractor.
Hey, it just occurred to me, getting that treasure chest, it doesn't fucking matter, because after this, the game's over. Alright, this...
Carpe Retractor. Carpe Retracting.
Ding dong. Yay! First challenge shield. bloody hell. Okay.
Carpe retractor. Carpe retractor.
I mean, I understand why they didn't really focus on the plot of the book and movie at all in this game. Like, we fit pretty much all the plot-related shit into one episode. And not a long one either. But I get why. It's because it's the least gameable of the books. It's just pretty much all that happens is there's not a lot of big action set pieces. If like the first book, you got the troll and you got this stuff up. Then you got Fluffy and all the shit in the Forbidden Corridor and learning magic for the first time, I suppose. And
Carpe retractor.
because they're a lot easier to kill when you're not waiting on another person to help you. You got the battle with Lord Voldemort, all that shit. Second game, you got Basilisk and Aragog to deal with in the second book, so that's something. This one's like, oh no, there's some Dementors, I guess. They're Dementors that you learn Expecto Patronum, but you're not really going to run to any Dementors except in like 2 scenes, so that doesn't matter. We're just getting all these beans to have more beans than anyone else, because there's no real purpose to this. Boing! I mean, Hogwarts itself, there's less in it than there was in the last game. It's not as interesting. A lot of fire grabs. In the fucking hole. Really, if I don't do this, this video is going to be, like, ludicrously short. Also, I want to avoid having to play Goblet of Fire again as long as possible. I did not have fun the last time I played it. But hey, this time I'll be using a controller, so that might improve things. Okay, we'll grab the... Yes, don't need those those beans.
Depulso! Depulso! Alamos! Depulso!
None of this stuff is useful at all. Like, and there's no way it can be, because if you've done everything, like, if you're doing this and you've been playing the mini games when you're introduced to them, you won't be able to spend any of this shit on anything.
Depulso! Carpe retractor!
Oh, this shit. Alright.
Carpe retractor!
Oh, these fuckers again. These guys might be my least favorite enemy in the games so far.
Ow!
Oh, stop hitting me.
Alamo! 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 Alamo!
Nah. Come on. Haha! Alright.
Carpe retractor!
Retract him.
Carpe retractor!
Whee! And then pick this up.
Fantastic work, Ron. A perfect score. You have clearly mastered the Carpe Retractum spell.
Nice.
Thanks, Professor Lupin.
Oh, why would I want to replay it? I want to...
I hope you've prepared for your final exam, Miss Granger.
Absolutely, Professor McGonagall. Thanks to the time turner you lent me.
You may find this a bit more challenging than our previous exercises. Collect all 5 challenge shields to earn a perfect score on your exam. You may begin.
Leprechaun!
Okay. Hope. Alright, little obstacle course there, I guess. Cool. It seems more a test for the rabbit than for Hermione, if I'm being honest. Like, I know we have control over the little rabbit, but does Hermione in universe control the rabbit, or does she just keep it as a rabbit? Did I miss? What do you want? Oh, I missed. Shit. Alright. Fair enough.
Spongify! Depulso!
Oh shit, Bundyman.
Rictusempra!
Oh, come on. It's basically dispersed by then.
Rictusempra!
No, no, no!
Depulso! Depulso! Spongify! Rictusempra! No! No! Spongify!
Okay, I got a thing.
Depulso! 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 Depulso!
2 shields. Pretty much all the rest of everything is... Oh, bugger. Alright.
Depulso! 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 Draconicles!
1. 2. 3. Alright, here goes. That's 1.
This could be a challenge.
Unlikely. This is just an arbitrary time limit for no fucking reason. Dragon just sucks because it gets caught up on nothing. We're gonna have to go through this again, aren't we? Fuck, I hate this challenge. This dragon sucks. He gets hung up on things that aren't even near him. It's fucking terrible. Gotta go one more time. I missed a freaking thing. Fucking useless as Norbert over here. Why am I able to stand on nothing? I hate this stupid dragon. Ah! Come on! Get in there, you stupid... I'm glad this spell doesn't happen after this game. The spell is the worst. I'm going the wrong way. Am I? I don't know. Ah, shit, I have. Ah! Hate this stupid dragon. Spell is garbage, and I hate it, and oh, it's locked. Ah, fuck. Where's that? I can't even find it! Alright, let's try again. Yeah, McGonagall, it's only fucking challenging because you fucking hid the fucking lamp that I have to light. You're a bitch. Holy shit. Okay. Just let me in the fucking cave! Come on! Ah, there you are. Oh, thank God. Alright. Can I go now? Oh my God. Okay. Fuck it. Alright. Oh, okay, hate Draconiforce. Glacius too, but this just isn't that good a game. Hello, McGonagall.
You scored 100%, Miss Granger. Exactly what I expected of you.
Thank you, Professor McGonagall. I do wish the term wasn't over so soon. There's so much more I'd like to learn.
Pace yourself, Miss Granger. If not for yourself, for the rest of us.
No thanks. That was a nightmare. It's a fucking labyrinth.
Are you ready for the Glacius final exam, Harry?
Do I have a choice?
Ready, Professor Flitwick.
Splendid. You know the rules then. Pick up all 5 challenge shields to earn a perfect score.
Got it. 5 challenge shields.
Oh, and Harry, this exam's a bit more difficult than our usual Glacius exercises. Good luck to you.
Yeah, in this case, it's kind of a lie, though, so...
Glacius.
Alright. This nonsense for a bit.
Glacier! Glacier! Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra!
No, they don't even have fires. Wonderful.
Depulso! Depulso!
Oh, good.
Richter Sempra!
Okay, this isn't really Glacius or related to Glacius at all.
Richter Sempra!
Glad there's no music. That's great.
Richter Sempra! 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 Richter
I like the
Sempra!
coloring on some of them.
Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra!
This is more Rictus Semper challenge than anything else, isn't it? A Rictus Semper exam. Oh, good! More Rictus Semper.
Richter Sempra! 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 Richter Sempra!
Ah, pixies.
Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra!
But Rictus Semper, as always, because we use that more than the charm we're supposed to be fucking showing our knowledge of. And then imps, which have nothing to do with magic, because we fight them with grenades. Okay, finally, something related.
Glacier! Richter Sempra! Glacier! Glacier! Richter
So
Sempra!
Glacius at the end of the day, I guess.
Glacier!
Rictus Semper, I mean, at the end of the day.
Richter Sempra! Richter Sempra!
Hey, look, another spell that isn't Glacius.
Butterfly! Butterfly!
Well done, Harry. A perfect score.
Wow! I can hardly believe it myself.
Give me some credit.
It was a pleasure having you in Charms class this term, Harry. You have a great deal of natural ability, my boy. A great deal indeed.
Ah, glad to see you three survived your final exam.
You thought we'd die.
Oh, they were great fun.
Not yours
Speak
wasn't.
for yourself.
Yours was
I've
fine.
been having nightmares for months.
Yours was easy.
Well then, let's see whether you've completed all of your third-year requirements.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 8 out of 8, 80 out of 80. We did everything.
Well done, all of you. You've completed your third-year requirements.
Splendid work. Absolutely splendid.
You should all be very proud of yourselves. What you did for Sirius Black and Buckbeak was truly courageous.
Now, do try and behave yourselves during the summer holidays.
No. Can't do that.
As the Hogwarts Express carried him and his friends back to King's Cross Station, Harry recalled something Professor Dumbledore had said.
You think the dead we loved ever truly leave us? You think that we don't recall them more clearly than ever in times of great trouble? Your father is alive in you, Harry, and shows himself most plainly when you have need of him.
I mean, he didn't say that in this game, but whatever. That was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Not as good as the last two. I feel this is going to be a theme for a bit. It's short. It barely touches on the plot. It's too much side shit and not enough actual interesting exploration. I don't know. It's not. Part of it's because I didn't play this when I was a kid. I first played this when I was in fucking university, so I didn't really have the same magic. No, I was in university when I first played. That just didn't have the same magic for me, really. I just feel it's trying too hard, too, on some of its spells, like Glacius and Draconiforce. Anyway, after this, we'll be moving right along into that game, Goblet of Fire. So, look forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that, but you probably are. So I'll see you then. Ciao for this game. Hi, I'm Mark D'Amato. I run the channel Narwhal Entertainment. You will find here Let's Plays of video games based on either movies, comic books, or anything licensed, really. You'll also find Mind Breakers, where myself and a guest will review a bad, or at least strange, movie, usually a horror movie. This show comes out 6 o'clock p.m. on Fridays. I usually have a Let's Play video come out 6 a.m. on every other day, except when I have two Let's Plays running concurrently.